Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and the Broncos coming up next.
As far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out in Power Field at Mile High in Denver.
Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
In the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense.
Leading him out, the rookie from Ohio State at 22 years of age, it's Justin Fields.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the 1 touchdown pass. But he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's Fields.
It's caught right side. It's Hearns. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they meant it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession.
And they'll be led out by a 2-time Pro Bowler in his 6th season now, Dak Prescott.
Prescott on 1st down.
And a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First down, Prescott. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 36 yards. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this division round matchup. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Richie James on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's got Green. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down. That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. If points result, we'll call this play significant.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. A handoff to Fournette. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Fournette running out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Prescott. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. Prescott from the gun. Green brings it in. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Prescott now. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Ravens are going to get the football back.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Over the middle to Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Fields. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. DJ Chark, 75 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Extra point up and good by Folk.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Quentin Jefferson busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Now Fields. Quick slant here to Smith.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Get it!
To throw is Fields. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
These two teams all tied after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Boy, we've had some great running backs in the NFL the last decade or so. Saquon Barkley might be among the smoothest of them all. What a heck of a run right there.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, He used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette dancing away at the 35. And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the reception made by Green. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Prescott. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Austin Hooper there to make the grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
On for the extra point is Folk. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Set to return it. Here's Moore. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Fields on 1st down. Throwing deep for Galladay. And incomplete on the deep ball. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Fields. And the Broncos get there and take him down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Good footwork at the 30. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Denver's offense now set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. And we'll see if that pick-6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Prescott. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Prescott now from the 50. Open man right side is Shark. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Here's a give to Fournette. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Broncos on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Prescott. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. A first down throw for Prescott. This to Jarwin. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that'll bring him back within 4. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
More now to return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was staying in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To the air again, Fields. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. From the gun, here's Fields. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline, and that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Justin Fields taking it in from 14 yards out, and the Ravens will extend their lead. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver's offense ready to go again. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They begin with a run by Fournette, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He's got Hooper on the short connection, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Prescott on 1st down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The Broncos in their hurry-up, trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game, and they feel even better about him leading their team.
Well, he's hoping to put them into a better spot after this drive. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And Graham on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. So that challenge, a successful one.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
Forced out to his left.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On first down, Fields. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he's got room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On first and 10, here's Fields.
To Barkley on the check down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. From the 36,
Fields.
and he finds his tight end, Graham. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Rosa's kick is good, and that will get the lead up to 14.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins doing battle with the Cleveland Browns. Next, they look at the next-gen stats for the Ravens in that first half for the Seahawks. And they had success all season throwing the football. No reason for that to change in the playoffs, as they've continued to move the ball well through the air. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter of play. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, How are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's Chris Jones now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, Fields. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Now it's Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields completes it to Hearns. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dante Fowler, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And down to the 36-yard line here. Back to throw. Fields. Being chased out left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides through a hole. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Rosa's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Prescott now. And that nearly intercepted. But it's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Chris Jones now as he's on to punt for Denver. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Let's go. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots, They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. Again, Fields. The connection made. It's Graham. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35 on 2nd down. Fields over the middle, complete. That's Graham. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. That's going to set him back 5 yards. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Rosa's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Now 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's Chris Jones now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll go to Barkley again. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Time to go to work. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Fields now to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Moore. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. To throw again on 2nd down, Prescott. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Prescott. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Rashawn Gary, his 2nd sack of the night.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Miles Jack working free that time to take him down. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. A handoff to Barkley. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. Rosa's kick is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here's James. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their back's against the wall. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Throwing. Prescott. They're trying to find Sharp, but it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Rosas to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now James returning. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott. And Sharp calls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd and 15 now. Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. 4th down, Prescott. Flushed out right, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now he'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Miles Jack able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. And that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. 1st down, Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Prescott. That's swung out wide to Harris. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 39, Prescott. It's caught by Hooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Prescott. Finding room to the 20 and down to the 16-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. He will push his way down to about the 14. It was Raekwon Davis with the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Touchdown, Broncos! A.J. Green, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Now Folk for the extra point. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, Barkley. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. DeJuan Smoot with the tackle. Second down, here's Barkley again. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Here's a give to Barkley. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The Ravens going to move on to another week in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.